There we go, Bryce. You're a fucking genius. All right, yeah, we in the game. Damn, I just used the F word already.
Yep. So we can't use it anymore.
We'll cut that one out because that was too early.
Man,
I don't want to set the tone like that.
Sheldon used our only F-bomb.
Nah, we gonna cut it out, baby. It's all good. First of all, welcome to the Shopmakers Club podcast. I got my brother Josh Cornelius with us today.
What it is, what it ain't.
Super excited. First of all, me and my man, we've been friends probably now, what, 15 years, close to?
Yeah, man.
In that range. You know, there's probably only one person that I've had more basketball conversations with, and that's my dad. So this is the perfect person to be on the show today.
I could echo that sentiment. I feel like I don't talk to anybody else about basketball more than you. Maybe a little bit with E, but like, yeah, bro, like we talk hoops, man. I mean, yeah, I feel like this has been kind of coming to fruition for a long time.
It's been bubbling for a long time.
So I'm glad this happened. You know
Super excited. Also, I wanted you to plug. He got the shirt on. So Prolific.
You already know how we doing. So Prolific Group. You go on the website, check out, grab a tee, support the brand. We got hoodies on the way. Oh man, I just falsed y'all with the game going on in the background. That's my bad, guys.
It's okay.
But I had to do that. I had to do that to plug the tees. So
it's the first episode. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean. Too. We just starting.
Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely a vibe. We're gonna get that game back going. Give me 1 second.
Why don't you work on getting that game back going?
It's back. It's back. That's my bad, guys. It's my bad.
Yeah, but you know, basically this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. You know, I love the game of basketball, but you know, sometimes you get to post, and I've always been one of those people that post on Facebook or Twitter about whatever sporting event, and you know, you don't really get to put an educated response on, you know, it's just a caption, it's just a couple of characters, and so I really wanted to be able to sit down and just be able to talk and just, you know, speak my mind and expand on my opinions. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy you came. You know, we just started. We're calling this the way too early podcast because the season just started. NBA season just started. Got some big things going on. Obviously, the Clippers are scary. Yeah. You see, my man got the Laker hat on. I'm a Laker fan as well, but I'm gonna stay objective. But I'm gonna let him rep for both of us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I'm here on both of our behalf.
You know, I know how it goes. You know, first of all, as a Laker fan.
It's a blessing.
It was a gut punch though.
Wait, on the opening game?
Yeah.
Yeah. It to me it was more honestly. It feels much better today after watching what happened last night.
Well, listen. This is how I feel, and I think the Warriors are going to be fine. But I do think out of any team that all these teams that just started, new players, new teammates. They're the ones I think are going to have the hardest time with the chemistry because you got two ball-dominant players.
Ball-dominant.
And you're not getting scoring. Did you see Chuck go, like, tell Klay Thompson to his face that their window was shut?
It's shut.
I don't know if I agree with that.
It's shut.
I think once it depends on what happens when Klay Thompson gets back.
My thing is this, bro. When it gets to the point where you got the Robinson kid, like they relying on a lot of people that have never played big minutes before. And defensively, they are not the same team. Because you got to think, bro, for what people be saying about KD as a scorer,
yeah,
KD as a defender, to me, he's top 5. Since he's been in the league. I mean, bro, who is he guarding?
I don't know. Top 5 is kind of high, but he is a super versatile defender.
I feel like last year, if you look at his rebounds and blocks, it was crazy.
Well, yeah, he definitely held the fort down for them. They're definitely missing Cauley Stein. Their team is going to be different with him on the court because you don't have to ask Draymond to guard the 7-footers.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how many minutes a night they can get from him.
Who?
But I like Marquise Chris.
I like Marquise Chris as well. He can shoot.
Yeah.
He's springy. He got bounce. He can jump.
Right.
So it's just more or less defense because then you're going to have to buy in because they like to play small ball. They like to switch everything.
Yeah.
You multiple efforts.
Right.
Championship effort. I always be telling people, like, I don't think defense is something that, like, people, oh, my God, this person is such an amazing defender. I think it's situational. Like, if you get on a team and y'all are winning, I'll defend.
Are you saying defense is overrated, Josh?
No. It's not overrated.
Individual defense.
Actually, it is overrated, bro, because these dudes are in the NBA. They
Yeah.
score. These are professional bucket getters.
Well, I agree with the statement that no one can stop James Harden, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. No one can stop them. So I've always hated the whole we're gonna give this person Finals MVP because they stopped LeBron. There's no stopping LeBron.
He had like 28, 8, and 8 in that series.
There's no stopping LeBron.
I think.
Iguodala that was the year. Yeah,
Carson
my man
Edwards.
Bryce. I think it was up.
Carson Edwards was on the screen.
I think it was more than that.
Yeah, it was probably more than that.
But so I agree with that because Golden State, even Klay Thompson is a good defender. I think he's a little overrated on defensive end, but Draymond Green, obviously. But besides Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they have holes in their defense, but they play good team defense. So team defense isn't overrated.
And I feel like that's going to be hard to, as a group, come together. Yeah. New guys, new energy. Draymond is an asshole. I think that is also not brought up. Yeah. It's kind of tough to play around a guy. But I know how it's tough when you, second guess. It's like, damn, I don't want to mess up.
Right.
And piss him off, but then you mess up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So already their dynamic's gonna be interesting. But everybody keeps saying they don't think they're gonna make the playoffs.
No, I don't agree.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs.
It's just the West is thick. It's thick. I mean, even if you go look at what Kristaps, not the specific, but what Kristaps and Luka did, they're gonna be tough outs. There's a lot of duos out here that's tough. I know Mike Conley went 1-16, but I know we got a game tonight.
Yeah,
the Lakers, we got to. We're gonna have to.
And this is a big test for the Lakers tonight as well, because out of the teams, I personally didn't think the Clippers matched up well, just because who's going to guard Anthony Davis? They threw a lot of bodies at him, and they did a good job on him. But this team does have a good matchup for them, so this is a good test for them as well.
I want to see JaVale. I think, which go back to your first question, was it a gut punch? It was, but then everybody was like, well, Paul George didn't play. Well, Kuz didn't play, but they won by 10. My thing is this: certain shots you're not going to get.
Well, my problem with what happened was that I didn't like the way we were – I say we. Let me try to be objective, but I didn't like the way the Lakers were force-feeding Anthony Davis on the block. I think that you got to spoon-feed him a few baskets. Then you give him a few times on the block. Then you get him on a pick and pop, get him on a pick and roll. But just giving them the ball and being like, we're going to get out the way. At first it was working, but Anthony Davis is not passing out of the double team.
And that's the point that you just hit on, that we need to, as a Laker fan, I feel like that's Anthony's next step.
Yeah.
That's what he came to LA to fix.
Yeah.
Being able to, okay, they giving me the ball every possession. Everybody in the building know I'm getting the ball, but I got to be able to make, LeBron makes great reads out of the post.
Right.
He needs to be able to turn face, be able to make that cross pass.
Yeah, he doesn't have that, but he can score on two people, but you got to be able to throw that pass.
But you saw that he did a crossover move and Caruso cut baseline and he threw the pass.
Yeah.
So it's something there.
Well, I thought that what they did in the preseason with a lot of the pick and rolls that were beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And they didn't do that against the Clippers.
I feel like your bread and butter, we all know what the bread is going to be with the pick and roll, but I feel like you got to work through the other stuff too before it's 82 games. So I'm cool. I told my homeboy, they were like, "Oh man, so you worried about your?" I'm like, Frank is good until Thanksgiving.
You should be worried.
Frank is good until Thanksgiving.
It's the way too early podcast.
I don't want rotations solidified. I don't want a lot of things solidified until Thanksgiving.
Right.
I want, because Kuzma's gonna be back here in the next week, 2 weeks. So then that's another body that hasn't played.
Yeah.
That you bringing in.
Yeah.
That needs to defend. That needs to buy into the team defense. That the chemistry that was already built without him. You know what I'm saying? So it's really to Thanksgiving, Frank got. Until then, I'm not really. And everybody, Jason Kidd is back there ready to sabotage my man.
I don't. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But I think we got I feel like the second best acquisition besides getting Anthony Davis was getting Phil Handy. So their development with Phil, the moves, the one-on-one stuff. Because I mean, bro, when we talk about stuff right now about way too early podcasts, playoffs, it's ISO basketball, bro. Like when it gets down, who's gonna be able to score a bucket? You ran your action. We knew the play
Well,
already.
you definitely need a guy who can go get his bucket.
Who's gonna go get a bucket? And so I feel like we'll get there, and it's a slow and steady. But I will say this: the Clippers look really good.
Yeah,
they look like the same team from last year, except you added Kawhi, and then you add PG. So I just want to see how that dynamic works.
Well, the thing that surprised me about them was I wasn't. You know, sometimes it's like, you know, you hear the term they're good on paper, but on paper I was maybe just as a Laker fan was looking for the holes, but I thought there's no matchup for Anthony Davis. They did a good job. They had Jermichael Green on them.
Should have never happened.
And he was eating, but when they threw Mo Harkless in there, then they throw Patrick Patterson in there. The problem is not that they can stop Anthony Davis.
They got bodies,
but
fresh bodies.
They're solid and they can score,
Yeah.
and they were scoring. So I was like, wow, they deep at the 4.
Bryce will be able to say his first words right here. I was talking about Bryce. I don't believe in Jermichael Green and when the
I don't think
coming
I
out of the
believe in
All-Star
him,
break.
but I like the fact that if he's not playing up to par today, we have options.
Patrick
It's not just like,
Patterson,
oh, we got to go to
Zubac,
this guy
yeah.
who's not as good as
Yeah,
him.
they got options.
Also, in the playoffs, like you said, it's like a game of possession too. Like a lot of times, it's a game of inches.
Yeah,
Exactly.
And is he gonna hit that shot to give you that extra inch? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think it's fool's gold up until like that point.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear Bryce,
Mo
but
Harkless looked like
he
a
was saying
random
that it's a game of inches in the playoffs, and he's absolutely correct. I wanted to talk to you about Houston because I think they are the most interesting team
By far.
in the league. Definitely for me, because I went back and forth so much before the season started, just like in my mind, like that's not going to work, and then thinking like, you know what, that might work. And last night I saw that it doesn't work.
does it?
I don't think it does. And the reason why I don't think it does is because coaching. You're running the wrong offense. I mean, it's kind of surprising to see last night. I mean, we know how many threes they shoot. Milwaukee actually was shooting just as many threes as them. But, I mean, it was something like half of their field goals or more were threes. And, like, if you're not James Harden or Russell Westbrook or Clint Capella, your job is to shoot a three
Well, my thing
when
is,
you touch it.
when Houston, it's always gonna come back to coaching, but it's always who what are you telling James Harden to do? Because James, when Russell has the ball, if James Harden is somewhere in a spot where the help can't come from James Harden, it's gonna be a problem.
Right.
But if James Harden is halfway at the half court when Russell got the ball, like he was last night, when Russell got the ball in the pick and roll and he's standing right there, so his man is guarding two people. Those are things that, and that's James. Like that's always been the he's never really when another ball dominant person's been there, he don't give them the same energy that's reciprocated for him.
Well, yeah, and I mean there was a few plays that they had together. He had like a little give and go.
Yeah.
That was really nice and could be a precursor. Listen, I don't know. I'm just saying that I see why D'Antoni hasn't won a championship. And last night, if you watched that game, if you've never seen D'Antoni coach, you would, and you knew the game, you'd be able to be like, yeah, because in a playoff series, it's different if it's just one game. Because if it's just one game, then okay, if we hit tonight, we're gonna win.
Yep.
In a playoff series, you have to depend on your shots to fall the whole series
Every time.
And that's where I'm like, I
You
just
need
don't
your
know if
guarantees.
they're running that offense, but I do think it could work in a different offense. Maybe D'Antoni will surprise us.
I really truly think when they trade Capella for Ibaka, you heard me say when, not if. When they trade Capella for Ibaka,
yeah.
and they get somebody that would like they can stretch. Because that's
a
the
corn
problem
bomb.
with that
That's a
team.
corn bomb.
That's a corn bomb. When they get that stretch big, that's all Daryl Morey does, man. How the heck? Oh yeah, y'all told me PG-13. I can say hell. How did they even get Russell? Like they don't really have like that's not an even trade,
Right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna get a stretch big, and till then, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna probably look bad. But when they do get a stretch big, I feel like that team is gonna be really good.
That's really their only option.
They have to get a stretch big. That's the only way it works.
They have
Even
to
with
get
us,
somebody that matches the contract, though.
even with us.
But don't they have
Anthony Davis has to play the 5. If we want to win, to play
at least in the playoffs, the Lakers
they
have to play.
LeBron has to play the 4, and he has to play the 5.
I think that's where LeBron is most effective, at the 4.
It's just the minutes in the regular season. I'm not really trying to get this man 30 minutes a night at the 4 and let him bang with Derek Favors.
Yeah, but it's such a mismatch. And I just remember the days of like Brandon Bass trying to guard LeBron and shit like that. You know, there's no way.
Leon Poe.
And so that's why I think this is a big night for the Lakers, because I'm almost
situation.
of the mindset of like don't get too bent out of shape against losing to the Clippers, because the Clippers just might be that good.
They're really good.
They're really good.
They're really, really, really good. And I mean, bro, this is what we expected them to be really good because they got continuity. It's not a lot of new coaches. They got this. You know what I'm saying? Patrick Bev was
and
there
exactly.
last year.
There's no the chemistry issues don't exist there because
guys, bro.
They're just plugging Kawhi in.
And
he's probably the easiest guy to plug in the league.
We just seen him get plugged in and go get a ring.
And okay, so let's segue into that. Let's segue into that.
Is he the best player?
Is Kawhi the best player in the NBA?
Oh my God! I think right now he's the best player in the NBA.
I'm just gonna say
he's the best player in the NBA right now.
As a Laker fan, I watched the game as a Laker fan, and I felt like I was watching Michael Jordan. Like he was hitting Michael Jordan type fadeaways in that second quarter, and I was like. I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast.
He was just locked and loaded.
And Bill Simmons, and I usually don't like his points on LeBron because I think he obviously there's some tension there. But
fuck Bill Simmons. that's my F-bomb. I'm using it on Bill Simmons.
But he said LeBron looked like the third best player on the court. And that's really what it seemed like. And I do think the Lakers, they need LeBron to set the tone. Because Anthony Davis, as great as he is, they can't play like that. They can't just give him the ball
on the post.
And you know, you got guys like Pat Beverly jumping him.
I don't think we're gonna see that much post work. Like the post work that we seen, you gonna see some post work, but I don't think you'll ever see that much post work.
That was not a good game plan against them.
What?
Danny Green went insane, and if Danny Green didn't go crazy like he did,
they probably would have won.
They probably would have lost by 20.
But this is the thing. I don't want to show them nothing.
Right.
We're gonna play them like that.
Oh, you have plenty of opportunities.
It's the way too early.
Plenty of opportunities.
That's the Western Conference Finals, bro. I can't give you none of that. Film.
Yeah, plenty. If they play in the playoffs, they'll play 8 to 11 games this season.
This season, bro.
So we're gonna see this a lot.
Yeah, bro. I'm not about to. If there's an opportunity that we're gonna play each other 11 times, I'm not giving you my best play. Where you might not even see my shit until Game 6.
Right.
To be honest with you. Like, to the first playoff game, honestly, if we beat the Clippers this year, I only want us to beat the Clippers off the strip that, LeBron had 40.
How do you feel
Kuzma had 50.
How you feel about LeBron saying it's not a rivalry?
It's not.
I knew he was going to say that. That's why I asked him that. I knew he was going to say that's why I asked him
I feel like Laker rivalries are like Celtics.
They are. I get it, though. I get it.
It's cute, though.
As a fan, it's I get it.
It's cute.
But come on, they're the two best teams in the West.
They're
presumably.
They're presumably the two best teams in the West. But to me, I feel like
they play in the same building.
They play in the same building.
And Kawhi was booed when he was trying to make his speech.
He booed, bro.
There was boos and cheers.
There was boos. And also, he went to a Dodgers game, and he got booed at the Dodgers game.
He did get booed at the Dodgers game.
Let me just say this caveat. I have nothing positive to say
It's a Laker town.
I have nothing positive to say about Paul George. We can talk about him as a player, and I'll be positive. But I have nothing to say positive about Paul George. He re-signed a contract last year. And now he's on the Clippers.
I just hate that Steve Kerr went out of his way to say how what Anthony Davis did was bad for the league, but didn't have anything to say about what Paul George and Kawhi did.
No. Don't say Paul George and Kawhi. Just say Kawhi. Because, bro, Kawhi is LeBron said his favorite song off that last Drake album was the Mobbin song. Mob ties. If you think Kawhi don't have mob ties, we learned it this offseason. This man moved in silence.
Yeah.
And I want to give Clippers this caveat. Bro, I'm not completely sold that was where he wanted to be. Bro, you wait 10 days, that trade came out of nowhere. I don't want anyone to sit here.
Yeah. Well, this is what I think.
That Paul George was an option.
This is what I think.
First.
I think that agree.
He
with
called
that.
every person in the book.
I think that that Kawhi wanted to go to the Clippers.
Absolutely.
But they weren't making when you have LeBron and Anthony Davis and you're not bringing me a star. So
Who you
that's
gonna
why
go
he
get?
gave them the time that he gave them because for whatever reason he had reservations
But this is my
about playing
thing.
with
If
the Lakers.
if you weren't going back to Toronto and they don't make that move, where are you going?
Right.
Not stupid.
So okay, so let me ask you this: Kawhi Leonard today, we both all agree is the best player in the NBA.
He's the best player in the NBA.
Healthy Kevin Durant.
Jesus Christ.
Kawhi or healthy Kevin Durant. Bryce.
Ah, my God.
I mean,
We can't do this, bro. Because I ain't seen Kevin play.
I think Kevin Durant's
for
the best
8
player in
months.
the NBA healthy.
ask Kawhi or Giannis.
See, I wanted to bring up Giannis, but my thing about Giannis is just
He young, bro.
he's still so young, and
He
his
a
game
baby,
is
bro.
still so raw.
He a baby, bro.
It's like he's not a master of anything the way I feel that LeBron is a master of,
Okay.
of what he does, and Kawhi is a master of what he does.
when I
Giannis is just he's just a wrecking ball.
you said Kawhi looked like Jordan the other night. When I watch Kawhi,
I'm not ready
it
to give him
look
credit
looks
yet.
it look understandable, but it looks like cones. Like it looks like when I go to a workout and I watch somebody. Okay, I want you to 2 dribble
Yeah.
between the legs, pull up here.
Yeah.
Bro, that's it looked like you can never get Kawhi out of what Kawhi wanted to do. Like it was like, oh, I wanted to pull up in the paint, so I got in the paint and I pulled up.
Right.
You're not stopping me from getting in the paint. I think he split something the other game and threw a pass, and I'm just like, bro, I've never even seen him. He had 9 assists last night.
Yeah.
Giannis continues to knock down the 3 this year.
Okay, that's the thing. Because this is the thing, Kawhi's hitting the
Yeah,
three.
yeah.
You cannot leave Kawhi.
And
open
I have
for
a
the
feeling
three.
that he's not gonna shoot as many once they start falling. Because I think we was like 25% last year. I mean, if he could bring that up to like 32%, okay. I do think that in my opinion, and this is maybe petty, but the caveat for best player in the world is you have a ring. In my opinion.
Wow. Hey,
You know what I mean?
I do.
We can't just give you a best player in the world status and you haven't got your ring yet.
Yeah, because it's a lot of.
That was my
Webster
problem with
Dictionary
early
hoopers.
LeBron, because
We handed you the league.
exactly, and obviously I was a huge Kobe fan, and I was tired of people telling me that he was better than Kobe because he had. I just went back to back, baby. What are you talking about?
Hey
That's what- you know
man,
what I'm
like
saying?
5-6 years ago, you couldn't tell me nothing.
But once he went to Miami, and obviously it was just like Kevin Durant.
He learned how to
After
win.
that first year, you were like, whatever. But when he played that San Antonio series, which is probably like one of the best series of our
Ever.
lifetime,
Ever.
you know, but
Hold on, I knew.
that's when I really was like, it's a wrap. Like LeBron he's the best.
2008. They were playing the Detroit Pistons.
Was that, I think that was 2007.
Was it when he punched Rasheed Wallace off the in and out dribble?
Oh, the game where he
It
had
was
25 in the fourth.
It was 2007 because that same year Steph Curry was doing the stuff at Davidson and they had witness
Before
T-shirts.
Bron got a ring. He had some of the greatest games.
Oh my God!
No,
Bruh.
the 25 in the fourth thing,
Against the Pistons,
that really made me.
I
as a
watched it
fan.
live,
Yeah.
bro. I knew right then and there. I was like, yo,
That
I'm
made
a
me
Kobe fan.
that made me become a fan.
And
there.
I really like Kobe, but this dude is different, and I don't really know. This has always been the caveat with LeBron. There is nothing you can do if he's hitting the jump shot.
Right.
And the other night, he rimmed out 4 or 5 jumpers. So when you rim out 4 to 5 jumpers, you become washed. And in today's media,
What?
he's washed.
They
If he
can't
hits
wait for him
those
to
shots,
be washed.
What are they going to say? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
LeBron had it going. He hitting the jump shot, too.
I feel like
Bruh.
ESPN is so split amongst people who love LeBron and people that can't wait to be like, I told you he's washed. I told you he's
Well, bro,
washed.
You gotta think this, he been on top of the world for 18 years.
Yeah.
I be forgetting like how much time. Like as a Laker fan, I've been saying that he's gonna be a Laker since 2010. So I caught the end of it, but it don't really matter. He's still been to me. I feel like until you like the way Kevin Durant beat him in a series, I feel like that's the way you go out. Like I still think even though Kawhi is the best player in the league right now, I feel like if Kevin Durant was healthy, we would be saying that Kevin Durant's the best player in the league.
Yeah, of course.
And then-
And 3-time champion.
And he's a 3-time champion who's on a brand new team with Kyrie.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be the conversation.
Right.
And I'm comfortable with that because I mean we're getting to see that play out this season because even though we don't get to see KD play, we're gonna get to see Kawhi and LeBron play in a series. We're gonna get to see that. I'm pretty comfortable saying that we're gonna get to see that, and we're also probably gonna get. We haven't really talked about them, but I think the Sixers are coming out the East.
I think they're the best. I think they're the best defensive team in the league, even with the Clippers. Because first of all, have you seen Thibault?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think people don't understand.
They don't know who he is, bro.
No, they're gonna know. They're gonna know because Thibault is about to be wrecking off. He about to Thibault. He's about to be wrecking offenses.
They need to know his name.
He is a super versatile defender.
But you say Thibault, who starts over him? They got two guys that start over him.
Well,
Al Horford,
and
Embiid. They have three of the best defensive bigs in the league.
Richardson's not bad.
Ben Simmons looks good, whether or not the jump shot is going or not.
This is okay. I'm happy we brought up Ben Simmons because my thing with Ben Simmons is, and not with him, but with people who talk about Ben Simmons, is like this kid's 22 years old.
But he's a gent.
He's averaging 16, 8, and 8 for his 22-year-old career. It's a little young. It's like you're a pup.
Bro, and he didn't play his first season.
He's putting up like the efficiency stats are ridiculous. And you're talking about his jump shot? This is a kid.
I don't care if he doesn't shoot for another 2 years.
The jump shot does need to come for him to if you want him to take it to the next level. But let's not act like we're not watching something elite.
He's elite.
5, 6. The Sixers are going to own the league in the next 5, 6 years. There's no young team. There's a lot of good young teams, but there's no young team that's as good.
They don't have an answer for him.
They got older guys. They got vets. Their 2 stars are young.
There's no team in the East that have 2 young players on the level. And the caveat with this, bro, they've played big games. They've played big games. They've been in playoffs. They've gotten their hearts broke. Yeah, bro.
In front of everyone. Bro. So this cried off the court. You know what I mean? That happens.
Definitely crying on the
court. You got
to
take that. Yeah. But they're taking it real early.
Yeah.
So
they're going to be tough.
I would expect I think they're going to be a team that down the line is the team to beat.
They're the best team in the East.
I want to switch it up a little bit and talk about who are the underachieving teams or the teams that you think will overachieve. I'm sorry. This year. Overachievers.
Overachievers.
Yeah.
Can we do overachievers?
We'll do overachievers and underachievers.
Okay, overachieving teams.
Perfect.
I think the Mavericks will overachieve.
I like the Mavericks for an overachiever because I think Luka's going to take that next step this year.
I mean, bro, he was still fat last year. He was producing.
Fat Luka is nice.
Luka's a legend, bro.
He's a legend. He's going to be, at some point, I think, the guy in the NBA.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I see an MVP career from this man.
I can see
that's not a hot take.
It's not, bro. Bro. I mean, look who he with. He in Dallas, bro. He's learning. Bro, being around Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki is arguably the best foreign player in the NBA. Up there with retired. You retired. The best foreign player. It's tough because
he's the best. He's the only European in the 30,000 point club. He's the only guy. He's the best.
He's the best European to play in the NBA.
He's the best.
So I feel like who could Luka be around better? Bro, people act like Dirk didn't go steal a ring.
And I think
Dirk went and got him one.
Yeah, he went and got him
and
one.
He
wasn't supposed to get that ring.
He wasn't
supposed to get that ring.
Dirk was not supposed to have rings.
As much as people give LeBron,
Dirk took that ring.
I
don't care, bro. Jason Terry.
They swept the Lakers.
Bro, they swept, bro.
He dropped 50 in a game against the Oklahoma City Thunder that year in the playoffs.
People got to go back, bro. That was young KD. That was young Russell. That was young James Harden.
Yep, they were in the finals next year.
They were in the finals the next year, and I remember the Lakers got beat bad by the OKC, and Kobe was telling Russell and KD they couldn't sit at the lunch table with him, and I was just like, not yet, fool, because they had your name.
Yeah, they had your name now.
Because you gotta think at that time in 2009, 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, bro, young KD and young Russell were on the OKC teams on 2K.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were
great 2K team.
They were great.
Like the Dallas Mavericks, a great dude. The underachiever. I mean, the overachievers are always great 2K teams.
Always great.
So Dallas Mavericks. Who else?
I think Memphis is going to overachieve. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs, but I think they'll win games.
Okay.
They got
I like
a good
Ja.
team. They got a good
I
team.
like the Jaren Jackson kid.
I like that Valanciunas. He's a veteran. I
Yeah,
like,
you got Valanciunas and
who else out here?
I don't think see Memphis is in a perfect situation right now because no one's expecting
Not
anything
expect-
from them.
I think the Hawks. This isn't a hot take though. I think everybody likes the Hawks.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody. I think Trae Young is gonna have a really good year.
He looked great. He looked great yesterday.
But my team that not a lot of
yesterday,
people
I
are
believe.
talking about that I think is gonna probably be my most improved is on this team. Man, I don't think a lot of people have him on.
Most improved on the Hawks.
No, on this team about it. I think the Magic are gonna overachieve.
So,
And I think my
who's most improved?
Jonathan Isaac. I think
They need it.
I'm a big fan of
They
Jonathan
need
Isaac.
it because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't think I believe in Mo Bamba,
I don't either.
and I don't know. I think if Isaac takes the next step, the step that he needs to take, they were a playoff team last year. So
Right.
I don't even think they were the 8th seed. They were like the
I
7th
just hope
seed.
Markelle Fultz is like 85% of
Okay.
what he was. Then I feel like they can definitely overachieve. Anybody else?
Yeah, I don't know how much.
I'm
Fultz
tired
is,
of the
yeah.
Timberwolves, so I don't even care about them. Like I don't even.
That Timberwolves, see,
they blow me, bro.
Timberwolves should always be on the underachiever list because
Like, let me see. One more
I
team.
mean, is Cat really just? Is he just not it?
Cat's just waiting to get traded.
Cat went from being like the new guy to being like, there's a lot of other guys, but we like better than you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he was the next guy after Anthony Davis.
yeah. And then it was just like,
But it's not like he hasn't like stopped
Yeah.
producing.
It's just him and
When we
Wiggins
saw him
over
in the
there.
playoffs, he looked weak, but we haven't seen him in the playoffs. You
Him and
gotta
Wiggins.
you gotta make it to the playoffs.
So we can see you.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta make it to the playoffs.
It's okay, Devin Booker. We coming to get
Pelicans.
you, kid.
Bryce said Pelicans.
Oh.
I think the
Everybody
Pelicans.
they're gonna make the playoffs, bro. That's regardless.
Yeah, I think it all depends on if Zion's gonna be healthy, and if Zion's healthy, then they're the number one.
I think
overachievers.
regardless.
But you think so?
I think Brandon Ingram's about to have a big year.
Do you think that Lonzo is in danger of losing his starting position?
Absolutely. I'm scared for him.
What is the kid's name that comes behind him?
Frank Jackson.
No. The rookie. Isn't it the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's cousin?
Oh, Nikhil Alexander. He's tough.
Isn't that who they had behind him?
he's tough. He had a couple
And
30 burgers in the summer league.
Exactly.
He's tough.
They took
tough.
Lonzo out for like the whole second half and put him
Yeah.
back in the overtime.
Well, this is the thing,
I don't
bro.
know what that was
Lonzo
about.
got to be out there playing confident. Lonzo's confidence is ever waning, bro. And it's so crazy. He's so talented, so talented. But like, it's all such. I always tell people, bro, the NBA is so situational. Would Kawhi be what Kawhi is if the Pacers drafted him? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that George Hill for Kawhi trade don't happen when he get drafted, is Kawhi who he is? I feel like if you go to the right team, you'll be in a good situation.
Yeah.
Then you'll become a better player. Which is why I didn't put the Bulls on my overachieving team because I don't think that Kobe White.
They lost to the Hornets.
They're not. He's
The
not.
Hornets are
good-
1-0. The Hornets are 1-0.
Hey man, I would have if we wasn't.
Real quick before we get to overachievers, what's the record for the Hornets this year? 25? They get 25?
Yeah, 25 because we tanking for Melo.
PJ Washington look good.
Tank for Melo.
Isn't that his name?
That's
PJ
his
Washington, yeah.
Hey.
He look good.
Shameless plug. The number one draft pick is in the city right now playing against UNCC. Anthony Edwards. Georgia's scrimmaging UNCC right now.
Oh, okay. The number one draft
Yes,
pick?
yeah. He's going to be the number one draft pick. He's top 3 draft pick. It's him, Wiseman, and Melo. What's
Yeah.
up?
Tonight.
Yeah, that's right now.
Yeah, Eric and Joe went out there.
Yeah, they out there right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shout
It's
out
okay.
E.
Yeah, shout
Coach
out E.
E.
Hey, E gonna be on the
And,
pod,
and
man.
Big Joe.
Hey man,
It's my dog.
Joe is Charlotte legend, and he only been here for 3 years.
Yo, Joe is hilarious. Like, yo, real talk, y'all need to just walk around with the camera on Joe for like a good.
Hey, and we saying that y'all gonna meet Joe. I feel like Joe should come on the
Joe
pod.
gonna definitely be on the pod.
I think Joe should come here and talk about the Bulls.
But I'm gonna keep Joe gonna definitely be on the pod. But I'm gonna keep him at bay. I'm gonna keep him at bay.
Why?
Cause Joe, you know how you get.
He gonna be coming here talking about Pooh Rose.
I might have to put a parental advisory sticker on that one. All right, so Josh, I wanted to get into a few things with this youth basketball AAU thing. I know you've been close to the game for a while, and you know you've had your different scenarios with AAU. We living in an age today where these kids are they're their own celebrities in their teenage years.
Early.
I don't think there's been a time where kids should be more prepared for what the NBA is going to be bringing, because these kids are already having to watch what they do at
pros.
13, 14,
Mm-hmm.
15.
Yep.
I stumbled across a page. It was a teenage girl, but like maybe like 13, like young teenager.
She's tough though. What's her name?
I forgot her name. She's on Kobe Bryant's daughter's team. His team,
Is it
the Mamba
Patrick
team.
Patterson? Excuse me. What's the OG from the Memphis? Zach Randolph's
No,
daughter.
not her, not his daughter. It was a different girl, but she had like 60,000 followers already.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean?
She's a brand already.
You know, so you see the Zions, you see
She can get a shoe contract today.
LaMelos, and even the Julian Newman kid. Like these kids, they're
That kid's parents started a school.
yeah, they're
For his son to play
already
basketball.
brands before they even get to the NBA.
Absolutely.
How do you think that affects AAU in the sense that these kids are, there's such a want for them from AAU coaches, and how it affects the other kids?
Bro, so I feel like this is something that we're going to have to touch on numerous times
Yeah,
because it's vast, especially now because it's all like a trickle down.
mm-hmm.
The one and done kind of gave us this.
Right.
I've branded myself, so when I get here, I go to college for a year. Everybody on the college level knows me.
Right.
They love me. I go there for a year, and you can pull a Ben Simmons. You ain't got to go to class after Christmas.
You don't even got to go to class. So, but as far as the youth sports, and when you got teams like already, when you got a 16-year-old kid who's a star,
Yeah.
are teams paying these
Parents,
kids
yeah. Bro, it's all
just to play on their team?
it's all based on like the actual player, the team, the situation.
Yeah.
Like, and who's influencing the kid? Who's in the kid? I mean, because bro, it's just like any agent situation.
Right.
I mean, we see it.
But
like,
we talking about teenagers.
we
though.
talking about teenagers, but I mean, who's talking to? I mean, these, like you said, they're growing up. They got a profile.
Yeah.
They know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Kids
They know. They know their
know.
commodities.
They know he. I'm not. I'm Duke worthy. Am I Duke worthy? That's one thing. That's the funny thing about basketball. And as a coach, when I used to coach, we don't really talk about playing time because you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you're putting into it, you all know. So as a basketball player, you know, hey, I'm nice. Like I got an opportunity
Right.
to be I could get paid to do this. And you know, sometimes some of these parents, I mean, gas money. I mean, shoot, man, all these shoe teams are funded. You know what I'm saying? All these shoe teams are funded.
Right. But what I'm saying is everybody on the team's not getting the same perks.
That depends. You may not be getting the same shoes he getting. You know what I'm saying? You may not be. He may be getting extra bags. He may be going to an extra camp. You know what I'm saying? He may be going to a couple different places. Great example with Mikey Williams.
Okay.
He plays for the Compton Magic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I seen him.
He plays. I think he plays for the Compton Magic, but I've seen him put on another AAU
Yeah,
team
the Compton
jersey.
Magic, they've like turned themselves into a brand.
They're traveling. They're probably the one of the, if not the biggest AAU program in the nation.
In the nation. I think I agree.
By far.
Who would you say is the Charlotte version of that?
It's hard to say because it fluctuates.
Yeah.
It all depends on. I mean, like just like these kids matriculate, like they get older. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know what I'm saying? You may have, 16 and under. Y'all might be on top of the world.
Right.
16 and 17s, but you know that there's a 14, 15. There's another. There's somebody coming right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's all about as a program. Are you trying to be good now, or are you trying to build something?
Right.
Because with an AAU team, like I know most like it depends on what team you're on. Because are you with a shoe company? If you're not with a shoe company, you're probably not gonna get the best players. The best players in the country play for the shoe companies. And I'll take it a step further. The best players in the country play on the Nike shoe circuit. And then they also play on the three shoe companies, Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. If you're not playing on those circuits, I'm not gonna say you're not gonna get recruited, but it's slim pickings. And so to answer your question about who's getting paid, it's tough to say because the best players are on the best teams.
Yeah.
The best teams get the most recognition.
But I think the fact that it's happening in AAU
early.
and then they get to college and they can't get money, but California is trying to change that. They did sign the bill, so
Well, and that's why I was talking about the trickle down, because it's like, well, all that's about to change because the one and done rule is about to be done.
So once that one and done rule is done, but
It's fair game.
I actually feel like if the one and done rule is done, like how much does the bill really matter? Because it's not like the bill is not saying that the college is going to pay you a salary. It's saying that you can make money using your likeness.
Exactly.
You can, and these kids know how to do that.
Everybody knows.
You know, they might not know themselves, but they have the following at such a young age. Then you go into college. I mean, if Zion could have made money last year, he'd have made a lot of money.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Who's to say he wasn't?
Well,
and that's the slippery slope of all of this.
Yeah.
Because who's to say? Like, bro, I remember I remember going to a tournament and I seen a kid. He had a LaMelo Ball phone case.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd he get it from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is 2 years ago. LaMelo was 16, maybe 15. Where'd he get his phone case from?
Well, see,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
LaMelo's
It's
not
like-
in college, so he's able to do what he wants.
And see, and this is why I said it's a trickle down, because okay, you're gonna add an extra round to the draft.
Yeah.
All this applies to AAU, because if I'm a kid and I'm playing AAU, I'm on the best team before I go to college. Oh, they got 3 rounds in the NBA draft. Well, do you really want to play? Do you really want to get drafted at the first pick of the 3rd round and go play in the Greensboro Swarm? Is that what you want to do? Or would you want to go to college and be the man? Or would you rather go, you know what, I can go over to China and I can get a shoe deal with Li Ning. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna pay me $1 million, but I would make, you know what I'm saying? So it's all about.
There's a lot of avenues now.
And that's why that's the best part about being like a hooper now. And as a parent too, I know it's probably gonna be a lot of people our age are gonna be listening to this, so it's gonna be people they're having kids.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like it's important to know, if your son's gonna be playing basketball, you need to know, like, he needs to be on his diet early.
Yeah.
He needs to be on his.
I definitely
out
think the
early.
knowledge is out there, not even just from a basketball standpoint. Like, I always talk about how, like, when we were kids, like, my mom, you know, she would just give me whatever. And now there's so much knowledge that you know that you can't just feed them whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? There's so much stuff out of there. Like, even drinking, like, milk. And I used to drink glasses of milk, and, like, we drink almond milk now. You know what I mean? But when I was a kid, nobody was drinking almond milk. And
I
if
didn't even
they
know what that was.
Yeah, I wasn't going to nobody's house that had almond
Let's
milk.
just be 5 years ago. I didn't know what almond milk was.
But what you said about as far as people's kids, and, you know, I have a son. He's 1 year old. And I've just thought about how, like, I just can't wait till he's hooping and I could actually be the person who comes and films him while he's playing and be able to make game tape and do things that wasn't being done for me. No shot to my parents, because they did a great job, but they just didn't know. And, you know, I know. And now the information's out there. There's a new age. And in order for your kid, if you play sports, if he does, in order for, you can't depend on the high school coaches to get your kid into college. You got to get your kid into college.
Absolutely.
So,
We're past that day and age.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we are, though. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a good thing. It's more opportunities out here, man. There's a lot of schools. And I don't think kids realize that you got to use basketball as a tool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, basketball may not pay your bills, but it can fund your education or fund the connection that gets you to where you need to be.
Everyone's not going to the league.
Bro, we all in this room play basketball together. We stayed friends. But what brought us together was the fact that we were playing basketball. I wouldn't have met you at the mall looking for Jordans. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like this is a dope precursor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to be the programmer, but I feel like the next episode, I feel like we should start here and go from here.
We got to wrap this up anyway. So, you know, this was fun, man. I'm happy we did this because
Can't wait.
It was super therapeutic too. I think this could be a really dope thing. So we're going to continue to do it. We're going to have another episode next week. Probably drop this tonight. maybe tomorrow, but hopefully we can get it in tonight. And I really appreciate you helping me out with this, Josh.
You already know, bro.
You know what I mean?
Wagwan, brethren. You
Let me plug my IGs and stuff.
Plug it, Sel.
Shop Makers Club at Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Plug it.
Come through, hit us up, come check it. Come check us out.
That's
we
the
just
last free plug.
We trying to make something happen. You know what I mean? You Cornelius, right?
Yep. _Cornelius.
Replace
Cornelius. Replace
my personal page is. I always forget it. I think it's Sel Howard _Sel Howard.
It ain't Sel Chapo no more.
Nah, not Sel Chapo. Nah, I'm a dad now. I gotta keep. I gotta keep it PG.
Sel Howard.
Sel Chapo is nice though. Right? Yeah.
Sel Chapo was tough, bro.
All right, well, like I said, man, appreciate you.
Shout out to Kendall on the ones and twos.
Shout out to my man Bryce. I really appreciate you helping me out, Bryce.
Hey man, yeah,
all
it was
right, man.
a blessing.
We're gonna end it here.
Bet. and get the shirts. We also with the So Prolific group, we got the So Prolific Productions, So Pro Productions. It's a blessing. We got some good work that we've been getting lately. We do all the visuals, photos, photography, videography, music videos, weddings. Definitely during the summer we can get into some weddings. But if you need any visuals done, my So Pro Productions on IG. If you type that in, you can get us there. My Instagram is __ C0RNELIUS. My last name, I just replaced the O with a 0. But yeah, man, slide in my DMs. My phone number is 980-333-2869. Again, it's 980-333-2869. Reach out if you need any type of visual work done. Logos, any type of, you know what I'm saying? No, actually, you just reach out, and I'll let you know if we can or can't do it, because we got a great team, and also it's a lot of plugs I'm doing. I'm sorry,
yeah, plug.
But we got a lot going on with the So Prolific group. My man Ray at D3 Fitness, my man Ray got the gym going. Today is, I believe, starting it all off. I think you're gonna have the 21 days, so you might have missed out on it, but hit him up. Raymond Moy, I think D3 Fitness. You can find him on Instagram.
Yeah,
D3 Forever.
My mom is up there, so
yeah,
I trust in him.
Bro, Ray's
right.
It's a blessing. They got a chef and masseuse on staff. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get your meals, you get healthy meals. Me and Bryce had some of the food at the soft opening. That salmon was crazy. Bryce actually stole a piece of mine. Yeah, it was a tough situation because it wasn't much left. The chef, I think his name's like Renardo, man. He's a legend. I think he's a head chef at one of the nice hotels in the city. And then the masseuse is amazing too. I met her. She was giving out massages at the soft opening. Your mother was there. So yeah, man, it was we got a lot going on. If you go any one of the pages, we're shouting each other out. So you'll find my Instagram on the So Pro Production page. You'll find Ray's on the So Pro Production page. We got highlight videos. We got all types of stuff. We got the documentary coming next year. So it's a lot of beautiful content, and we love to work with good people. You reach out, and we'll see if the schedule works out for everybody. But yeah, man, I appreciate you allowing me to do that. So
of course.
Already.